Hello everyone. Right, this wasn't the video I wanted to post today. What I wanted to do is wanted to give you an update on the female hognose. Unfortunately, they're not going to be laying eggs, so there's no real update to show. So we will be now concentrating on getting them ready for breeding next season. So what we're going to do today is hopefully going to get a feeding video of the anoles. There's two in here, and as you can see I've got this little stand or rack or whatever you want to call it to hold these pots, which are normally used for crested geckos and their feeding, but I just thought let's have a look, see if the anoles will show interest for them in this. So I've put two sizes of pots in there just to see if I can figure out what one they're gonna like or eat out of most. So let's just keep the camera here and see if we get any action, because they should still see the movement. I don't know where the anoles are at the moment. Let's see if I can see them. I can't seem to see them at the moment. Let's have a look, see if the camera can pick them up here. Okay, there's nothing there. I think okay, maybe I don't see one, it's just a leaf. Can we see any? No, it's just the leaves there. One does like to perch on that branch normally, but typical, she's not there today. Okay, they're not up the top there, which is where they sometimes like to hide or perch. Right, oh, one's coming, there's one there. So, I will keep an eye on that one. It looks like she found something to eat lower down. Where is she gone? I can see her, but I don't know if I can pick it. There she is, I can see her on camera. Let's have a look, see if she can. Oh, here comes the other one. Right, let's see what happens. Both of them are there, pretty much central. I will zoom in a tiny bit so we can see them. There they are. So let's see if they show any interest to these mealworms in these pots. It looks like we have interest from one. Here we go. It's the first time I've used this for them. they are able to climb on the glass, but not with great ease. So hopefully they'll be able to go onto the matting that's on the left and then sort of walk over onto this clip. So hopefully if they do go on here, I can have a closer look at them, because I'm pretty sure they are both females, and I do have a male on order. So put on those notifications and be notified when I do a unboxing on when he arrives. And there's also another edition coming with that, but more on that when it arrives. Oh, I think I just scared her off, because I can see the tail for one just there. Hopefully you can see it, just where my finger's pointing there, just above that, and then the other one is just up there. Oh, you can see both heads just up the top there. So I'm going to keep this on here a little bit longer and see if we can catch them eating. Hopefully we can, but I did just spray them, so I've just seen one of them licking some of the droplets off the, there we go, just licking the droplets off the leaf there, having a drink. Let's see if we can get a bit more on her. That's the way these drink. They don't drink from a water bowl because they don't usually come down to the floor unless it's for eating. So I have seen them catch the crickets off the floor, which I feed them, and then run back into this plant. So hopefully, I think she's spotted the movement on these mealworms in these pots. So fingers crossed we can catch them. If I'm quiet, we may get it on camera. So there we go. She's having another drink, coming forward and drinking those little droplets off the leaves. There we go. Nice drink on her. So it may look like she's a bit of a distance from these pots, but in reality it's probably only about six inches maybe away. The other one's having a little move now. Okay, it is feeding day for these. It might be because I'm here that they're not coming to this front door where these pots are. either that or these mealworms aren't moving around too much. Let's have a look. Okay, they're moving around in the smaller part, but I can't see them. They are moving in the bigger part, so let's hope. Okay, I'm going to stay on here for another 5 minutes or so. It seems to be that this one's more interested in having a drink than getting some food. Like I say, these don't drink from water bowls, so I spray them every other day. Sometimes I spray them on the day they, on feeding day. Well, every day I'll spray them. Currently at the moment I'm spraying them probably 4 or 5 times a week. Because of the heat we're having here in the UK, and also this room does get warm, so I do like them to have quite a bit of humidity, which they do need to help them shed. I think this one has clocked the mealworms and trying to work out maybe how to get to them, because it is a new item that they're in. When I fed them mealworms before, I have put them in the mealworm dishes, and they have eaten from that. Okay, looks like they've actually lost interest. So what I'll do, I'm going to pause the video now. Going to have a bit of a break, maybe about 20 minutes, half-hour break for me, instant for you, and then we'll come back and see if they have actually eaten them or if they're trying to get close. But at the moment, there is 6 mealworms in each of these pots, so we can tell if they've eaten. But saying that, this one here, I don't know if we can see her. There she is. She has actually found a cricket . There we go, there she is. She's found a cricket and she's eaten a cricket. Okay, the crickets that are left in here are obviously the ones that's been left from last time and hidden and got away. Okay, so not the food item we wanted to see her eat, but a food item nonetheless. See if I can't quite zoom in on her, but she's now eaten that cricket, because obviously these crickets that are in here, or that I put in, do climb on all these walls, apart from this one section here, where there's a heat mat just in case I do need to put it on. Okay, let me see if I can. Okay. She's still there in that same place. There's the mouth movement. And that was a nice little bonus. So what I'll do, I will now go on pause, come back in about 15-20 minutes. Hold on, the other one is up the top there. So I'm going to pause right now. I'm going to stay here for about 5 minutes, see if I can catch them on camera. So we'll have a little time jump, see what's going on. Okay, so I've left them about 5 minutes or so. They did come out having a bit more of a drink. What I'm actually tempted to do is get my tripod and set it up and see if we can get a time lapse of what's happening with these girls, see if they do eat. So let's do that. I think that might be the best option to see if we can get them eating. Okay, it'll be on a time lapse, but we will see some action. So I'll put that on there now. Okay guys, since the time lapse, we've come back a couple of hours later, and it doesn't appear that they've eaten any of these mealworms. So they're either wary about the pots, or they're just not interested in the mealworms. So what I'll do is I'm going to take that out and throw those crickets in and hope we can then get a nice little feeding response from them. Just bear with me one moment. I'm just going to have a quick time jump while I get the crickets ready, because I was hoping that this wasn't going to be the case, that these mealworms would have been enough for them. So one moment. Okay, so I've taken that tray out. If you did watch my previous video, I did show of my part 1 of the room tour. I did show a little bit of feeding on these, but let's see if we can get more action from these feeding this time round. And I actually did miss one of the catches. There we go, there's one. I do believe there's a little bit more action going on around the back. There's a little bit of movement. What about over here? Is there anything? Where are they gone? Okay, let's have a little zoom out. See if we can see any movement on here from these guys or girls. I think there's still one cricket in the pot. Let's get that in there. Okay, I'm going to ignore that plant. I need to remove that very soon. I'm just waiting for the earth to dry out a little bit. just so that I can easily remove it and easily put in the new one. But right now, other than that one catch earlier, this does look like it could be a feeded fail video on these, unless we can see this one getting caught. Okay, we're going to put this down as a feeding fail. Or maybe not. Can we get it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got that. Did see some movement at the back there, but nothing. Okay, so we will leave it there. We'll put this down as a feeding fail video. But it happens. Can't do anything about it. We can't force them to feed if they're not interested in the mealworms. But if you did like this video, please do click that like button. Hit that subscribe and get any notifications for any future videos I post. Cheers guys. Bye for now.